The Wanyana created everything in this country. Wanyana exists in the time known as Lalai. This time not past, it continues now. Having created the world, the Wanyanas retired to the caves within the landscape. The people of this country would visit their caves and refresh their Wanyanas every season after the wet. This is what our ancestors did to keep our culture strong. The big boss Wanyana of this country is Namarali. We believe he was a god for us. He is the one who created everything for the people today. All this changed once the Anmara arrived in our country. Our ancestors didn't want to move from this country, they want to stay, but government forced them to leave the country. And they left something important all the time, Mr. Wanyana. By 1950, the people were moved of the country. The government moved us to a different land near the town of Devi. The Wanyanas were all left alone in the country. With nobody to visit him, Namarali began to fade away in his cave. I'm doing a story about the Wanyana called Namarali, how he got speared by the people, all other Wanyanas. This is a story about what I'm drawing now, that Namarali. this Maunjam community is not our real home. We're just like a foreign people in a different country. We don't call it home. Our home is back where all the Wanjan is. See, that's what our home is. But Maunjam, it's all right because they shifted us because of education and all this, but education don't learn the younger people of our culture. They learn Western culture. And I don't think that's right to what now. I mean, if you get people to learn both culture in school, well, it'll be right for them, but they're missing out on something that, like, when we were small, our grandfather, grandmother, and our fathers and my uncles, they all told me a story about Wanjana. But the only thing that you hear is story about Wanjanas. You don't listen story about what's happening around the world. You just hear story related to Wanjana all the time. We like that idea of the Wanjana stay in the cave. But because we didn't have that opportunity to do it, so we have to do it in here, in this building here at Maunjam.
I know that I've got something in me, and I'm just showing it the way I'm doing my painting. And all this painting, what I do it's real to me. In reality, that I must do it. It helps me so that I can remember, oh yeah, this Wanjan is in that place. I can sort of know the story behind it and draw it and sort of tell the story what my painting is all about to my children, so that they might look at it and get the idea what Wanjan is all about.
That's why we started painting, to create something that so people can understand about Wanjanas. We forgot about it because everybody was running this white man thing, white man culture. But we want to bring this back again to create something, they can believe in what our forefathers did before. My father made film in 1972. He made the first film. Title of the picture is Lai Lai. What it means is the beginning of time. They create the film to show people how our ancestors were living before. That's why they made the Lai Lai. They dressed up the way that our ancestors was doing before, see, to get people to understand how the people up the coast worship Namarali. I'm following his footsteps in a different way. I promoted selling art. He didn't sell his art. He loved the art to be fresh in the caves. He didn't do it what I'm doing. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Maybe he probably would be, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or maybe not, see. But it's something that we all discussed, and Wednesday said, "Oh, we'll go public with it. See, it's more better than the people, so the people will know about it." The so-called people came and they asked us if they want to put an image up. And we said the only image that will represent our people is Namarali. So that's how Namarali came to the opening ceremony. The image, Namarali came up. We waked him up so that people will know that he's alive and real, so that our younger people can see that he rose for them to make them understand. He woke us up too because our eyes wasn't open. Now we reborn again. That's what Sydney Olympic did to us, reborn to our culture. And it's time for us to repaint Namarali in the cave so that he can rise up to make his spirit alive again. What they say, if you paint the caves, you bring life back. This is the first trip to Namarali country since we went public with the art. We need to get to know him again in his country. When I was 15, I traveled with my father up the coast. He used to travel up the coast all the time. And he trained a lot of courtiers too about the country, so they knew he was a right man to follow. While he traveled with Malcolm Douglas, he went up Umbri to look at his Wanyana. Because he missed that homeland, and that's why when he went with Malcolm Douglas, he said, "I want to go and see my Wanyana because I'm missing my Wanyana." Wanyana always be calling him back because he wanted him to do something.
The walls and roof of the cave contain a gallery of priceless art. When we reach the cave, hidden high in the cliff, we keep well back as Woolagoodja reverently prepares to repaint the images. Today, there are few Aborigines whose status in the tribe gives them the authority to perform these rites. It's a moving scene as the old man touches the images, perhaps for the last time. In Lala, Namarali's story begins here.
All the stone structures that you see are wilderness. When the tides go out, you can see them on the beach. All these wilderness gathered here for a battle. We got to burn the grass so Namarali know that we are coming to him. That like we giving him signals that we are gonna come to him. But we got to stay 2 days. He will be staying today and tomorrow, and the next day we come and visit him, so that he know that we are coming to him. That's how my father did it. See, he didn't just go on to Namarali straight away. He burned the grass and then went to another place for a couple of days, and then he came back. That meant he was respecting him, and so that's what we got to do, to respect Namarali.
You live around here?
It was our home before they moved us.
Yeah.
Where are you living now?
Back in Davie. Well, this area is Langley. That's my grandfather. See, that's his name. This is my grandfather country.
Oh, right.
See the Langley, that's his name.
Okay.
Did you come here as a child?
I was here as a child, but we were just living up there near Curry Bay.
Okay. Our guide was telling us something about the pinnacles representing the Wanjanas. Can you explain any further about that? I mean, we may only have half a story or the wrong end of the story.
Well, I mean, it's the place is what you're in now. You don't even know what the story is.
No, that's
everything
right.
is what in here. It's something to do with story. See, so I can't tell you that I'm very sorry, but
No,
you know.
that's fine.
It's that-
I respect that. That's no problem.
See, if I was a guide, well, then I'll tell you the story. What really the place mean to
For sure.
this country.
Yeah.
See?
That's no problem. Never any harm in asking, is there? That's okay with you if we have a bit of a look around?
Yeah.
And is
But
it
if
all
you
right?
have a look, longer I don't have to tell you the story.
No, you don't mind if we take photographs either?
Yeah.
That's okay? Well, we appreciate that. Thank you
Yeah,
very much
no
for sharing
worries.
it with us.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. If we allow a lot of people to come and to our cave now, it won't be the same. We don't want anybody to go there. They can know the story, but they can't see it. They have to stay away. You can see him on canvas, but you can't go to his cave. We got to keep it strict for ourselves. We have to have something for ourselves. When you see the footage of my father with my brother in Lala film, he was only showing him the cave.
Hey! Namarali,
He didn't paint Namarali because he's not the right person to do so. Like my father, I'm not the right person to paint Namarali either. But there isn't anyone left. I'm the one who has to bring this important man back to life.
This is the beginning but spring water, this one. It dribbles from on top, come down here. And this is the last living water. It lasts forever and ever. It never dies away, this spring water. If we find a snake in this witchingary, in those bananas trees, they come out to us. We can't kill them. They're the one that hold this water, keep it going for this witchingary. If we kill it, all this water will just dry away. We'll have no more water left. So to keep this water going, keep our spirit going, while that witchingary gonna keep his spirit going too in this rock side for this water. We camped here in this place during the filming of that Lala picture in the 70s. My grandfather and all the old people were with us then. And that's me in that picture with my grandfather and my little sister.
Then you block him now early morning. This lad. You will look now?
Well, you will like swimming, you see him laying down there? You guys want to go and jump on his back or what?
Oh, look, he's eating something.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's eating something.
Look.
You better skin him up.
That alligator is his head up, look, and he's eating something.
Somebody, you look at crocodile there. Where you every time you're always swimming. You look him sleeping there?
You can come to his mangroves, you know?
Yeah, he's sleeping on the beach.
See, if you leave any fish laying around, when you catch them, you gotta bury them or burn them. If not, well, you'll see the crocodile will come up for that. He got enough feed, he don't worry. He got a lot of feed around this area. The only thing, if he got no feed, then he'll come looking for something different.
He's crawling out there.
He's moving that crocodile.
That crocodile moving out with him. He's moving out now.
He still got something in his mouth.
He's still eating something yet.
All these coastal areas are Wanyana country. There are Wanyana paintings all through this area that the old people used to visit. My grandfather was very strong in this country. That he talked with these Wanyanas and that we had to listen to the elderly person. And now we haven't got not enough elders to bring us back. Only Uncle Donnie bring us all back to this land.
Hey, watch out for the pink one. That's too small, big one. Hit him with that pink from his tail part, with his rock.
Down there.
Oh, yeah. Hold on to our tail.
Yeah, they used to use this in the classroom, maybe a long time ago. They was naughty, they used to hit them with this.
Imalano ang ara. Abela.
Back in there, we haven't got that kind of food that we grew up with, see? We miss it. We wouldn't have any turtle often, but we were brought up by turtle, by the sea. And this is the first time that this younger generation seeing what we're doing, so they can learn something for them to do it in the future. They don't lose the custom. What our forefathers did before, I wish they will carry it on. We got to do the painting, and it's related to Wanyana and the animals what we eat that we like to show the kids before we die away. Yeah, yeah, everything tied together as one. The Wanyana, the animals, and the land. That's why we cry out for land, because we like to keep the land the way it is, because a lot of people come and make big things out of country, then we lost something.
Close him, not close him.
Eating turtle is something that was given to us to eat. It's not what the Western people say you can't.
You're roasting now, Tim.
We have to keep culture going and we have to keep our law strong, because if they stop us from eating turtle, then you're breaking something away from the people, because it's their custom to carry it on. Couriers don't understand what we're trying to tell them. It's very hard. And it'll be hard for our next generation, not this generation now, but the next generation will come. It'll be very hard to have something like that, turtle. You can learn a lot of things by Western culture, but you still don't have that right to be what you are,
That is the turtle I caught out at Montgomery Reef. It was my first time catching it by hand. It made me feel good when, especially grabbing it just with your bare hands, better than using spear. So I finally got learned to get the experience now, and now I finally got one with my hands, like the old people done. It was a lucky day for me. Made me feel proud.
I'm going to tell you about Namarali now. Namarali came from another place. He was originally an Orangian person, but he came towards the coast looking for a new home. It was after the Great Flood. The law was here before he came, but he offered a new idea about how to live in this country. He was a smart person who persuaded the people to follow his new ideas. But eventually, Namarali got into trouble. He took the wrong woman. So the people gathered, painted themselves in ochre, and they had a big battle, a huge battle. That is what you see on this beach.
They told me, we have to wait till the salt water goes down, you'll find him there standing. And I seen him real as a rock. And it makes me frightened. I'm sort of like seeing him here. It's still real in reality. Just because we come to see him as a rock, but that rock, it means something. And the story been told all the way till we finally came here to see him.
It rained spears from all directions during this battle. Namarali saw a spear coming and he allowed himself to be speared in the rib. When the people saw this, they stopped fighting because they knew he would die. So the people carried him up away from the beach. All his blood poured out as he was carried. All the rock formation that you see in this country were caused by his blood falling down. This is how you know how to find him in his cave. We follow his blood through this country.
They're getting dressed to go up to see Namarali in the cave, and respecting the area. These little children are getting ready. You're back.
You're back.
Right, here we go. So you gotta go to see the Namarali. In your hair, you have red in your hair too. That's the one you see. You're going to one because you're red. Cover your face.
What's your eye?
Your hair.
It's little.
Come on this side here.
Gajah mergir. Dengan ini wajir.
Now we're the last of the people now. Namarali. You take a picture of that one now, the Namarali, before I paint it.
In the olden times, we never dare come into a cave. But now that our ancestors all gone away, who was very strong in this spiritual wandjina, they're not here to carry it out. It sort of died away. But we're going to lift that up again, like we're lifting it up today and coming here to say that he's back then, we painted again and will stay for a couple of years' time. Once, like when the paints all die away, well, it's just like a normal cave. When you put him back, it'll be like a sacred. And this feeling, you'll feel it, like I did today.
You're gonna look beautiful again, Namarali. You might give it a go on here. I'm going to tell you a story about Namarali now. They had a big battle in Langi there, in the beach. They had argued over a woman. So they had that war, and by accident, Namarali was speared because he wasn't meant to be speared. He just accidentally, they speared him. Before he died, he told them, "You take me to a special place. Don't bury me in the ground. You gotta bury me on top. Find a good cave that you can find to bury me." So they took him from the beach. They walked to this cave, and they didn't put him on the ground. They put him on the ceiling. So that's how Namarali got here. And this cave is it's a sacred cave. We done something no other people done it in the past. We brought women here to look at this cave. So we done something that our ancestors didn't do in the past. Painting him here is a very special thing. You know, it makes me proud to be something to do it. But I cried for him when he came up in the Olympic Games, see? It made me sorry that what now, something that my forefathers would think that he'll be shown somewhere through the world. So we did it for them. Now everybody knows about Namarali, but they never see him. Like what you see him now when we're in this cave, it's different. It's a spiritual person. We can't do nothing more. It's done. The only thing we have to come back and probably finish him off. But it's looking good. It's looking like Namarali again. The young generations came and see him here. They didn't see nothing much, but now if we bring them back here and show them to prove that they got a one unit for a lifetime.
The children here know that in their background they've got a very strong culture and they're not lost. And in themselves they'll feel much stronger and proud. And maybe when they're a bit older, they can come back here and sort of like walk this country again, like the old people used to walk.